Hi, I'm Dr. Yuval Bibi. I'm a board-certified dermatologist, and you're a brand new parent, so congratulations. And now your baby is fussy, and you're noticing that the baby is very irritable, and the skin is dry, and you may be noticing these reddish, scaly, thin areas on the baby's skin, on the face, on the arms, on the legs, maybe on the body. And you took the baby to the doctor, and it turns out that the baby has eczema or atopic dermatitis. And you must be just freaking out. You must be wondering, what is wrong with my baby? What did I do to deserve this? What happened? Where did I go wrong? What is eczema in the first place? What do I do to contain it? And what are my baby's chances, or what are my baby's prospects in the long haul? So I'm going to talk to you about all of those aspects of atopic dermatitis or eczema. And first of all, I want you to know that you're not alone. Eczema or atopic dermatitis is an extremely common condition in the United States and worldwide, actually. And in the United States, it's been said to affect about 20% of newborn babies. Now, I don't know if this is an exaggerated figure, but there are millions of babies and children and adults in the United States that suffer from atopic dermatitis. So this is a very common condition, and many people are suffering from it. So you're not alone. This is something that affects millions of other Americans. So what do you do? Well, first of all, let's find out what eczema is, or atopic dermatitis. So atopic dermatitis is an inflammatory skin condition that appears as thin, scaly, reddish areas that in the newborn are usually focused on the face, on the arms, on the legs, and maybe even on the body. And that makes the baby extremely irritable because those are very itchy or sometimes burning or even painful for the baby. And the baby has got nothing else to do but focus on its comfort and its sense of well-being, and that can mean that the baby is basically lying around in its own very irritable skin, and that can drive the baby nuts, and you're going to hear a lot of crying, a lot of fussiness, and that's going to make the baby very uncomfortable. So eczema is usually associated with dry skin. That's par for the course, and we'll discuss what to do about that dry skin in a moment. Now, where does eczema come from? Well, eczema is a multifactorial condition. It is usually genetically predisposed, meaning there is a genetic or a familial component that's involved in one's tendency to develop eczema. There's often a family history. Now, there are other factors that are involved in making eczema go or flare, and those range from the microbiome. There are some bacteria that are involved in making eczema worse, such as Staphylococcus aureus in certain cases, and bacteria like Roseomonas mucosa, which is another skin microbe that is found on everyone's skin, but in people with atopic dermatitis can have a certain mutation that can make it more virulent and more likely to be involved in causing atopic dermatitis. And then there are other external factors from the environment that can make the skin more dry, more sensitive, or more irritated that can come together into this perfect storm and eventually make your baby very uncomfortable with atopic dermatitis. Now, interestingly enough, a lot of people outgrow their eczema or make it into adulthood with a milder form of eczema. But about a third of people with atopic dermatitis actually grow up to be adults with pretty severe atopic dermatitis. So this is no joke, and this thing needs to be handled fast, especially for your peace of mind and for your baby's peace of mind. So that is something that is clearly going to be around if your baby has eczema. It's not going away tomorrow, but you can definitely make things better, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Now, a pretty common question that I hear from parents coming into the clinic with their babies is this a food allergy related condition? And the bottom line is that it can be, but in most cases it is not. So you have to watch exactly what's happening between feedings and the state of the baby's skin. Now, if you're noticing that the baby has something to eat specifically, and the skin flares up about a day or so after eating, or maybe hours after eating, that may be a clue for you to go further investigate whether there's a food relationship or a food allergy relationship to the baby's eczema or atopic dermatitis. But for the most part, that is a pretty rare occurrence. There are some instances of food allergies, but atopic dermatitis usually is a skin condition, and specifically, it's a skin barrier disease, meaning the skin barrier is compromised. It's not able to protect the skin like normal skin barriers do, and that means that the skin is literally thin skin, meaning it's very irritable. It tends to be irritated on a dime very, very easily, get aggravated by various external factors. Sometimes you can put your finger on it, and sometimes you can't, and you just have to deal with it. But there are very effective ways of staying consistently on top of things and treating the skin right so that your baby's skin remains as intact as possible, that the skin barrier is maintained and supported as much as possible. And that's what we're going to focus on next. So what do you do? Well, very importantly, because atopic dermatitis is a skin barrier condition, meaning it's a disease of the skin barrier where it's not able to do its job as normal skin barriers do, which is to maintain the integrity of the skin, maintain it inflammation free, and protect it from above from external factors. What you need to do is, first of all, take it easy on yourself. This is not a failure on your part. You did not do anything to fail your baby. Your baby was born the way it was, and now the skin is compromised, but that does not mean that you're powerless to take action. So, first and foremost, take it easy on yourself, but now what do you actually do? Well, very importantly, the first thing to actually do is do no harm. Now, a lot of people instinctively think that atopic dermatitis is actually a hygiene issue, meaning the skin is too dirty, meaning people spring into action. They roll up their sleeves and they scrub that baby from head to toe. They clean the baby with soaps, with detergents, with baby soaps, with other forms of cleansing like hot water or very warm water, and sometimes even resort to physically scrubbing the baby with sponges or with washcloths or with loofahs. You want to avoid all that because all those things, from hot water to detergents to cleansers to baby shampoos to all those crazy products out there, and even the physical abrasives, which some people may even use on the baby, those things have no place on the baby's skin. They're not helping you. They're actually undermining the already compromised skin barrier further. And that's something that I've seen across the board, having worked in various areas in various regions in the United States, from Massachusetts through California to Florida. It's all the same. The skin barrier is compromised, and you need to first of all back away from anything that's making the skin worse, which is all the abrasive practices that people tend to just spring into and take action. All those things, all those practices, they do not help your baby. Your baby is not dirty. There's nothing dirty about your baby's skin for the most part. Your baby's skin is struggling to protect itself and to create those elements that come together to form an invisible layer on top of the skin that's called the skin barrier. So first of all, do no harm. Don't do anything to wash your baby excessively. Your baby can be cleaned with lukewarm water only in the bathtub. And sometimes I tell parents where the baby is really irritated and the skin is very sensitive, you can add some oatmeal into the bathtub. And in very severe cases where the atopic dermatitis or eczema is highly resistant to treatment and the baby is very fussy, you can actually sprinkle a little bit of household bleach, that is sodium hypochlorite, yes, you've heard it right, household bleach, into the bathtub. Now, you need to be pretty conservative with the amount that you're adding, but household bleach or sodium hypochlorite can be very soothing to the skin. You can add about a quarter cupful of household bleach to a baby tub. And if you're bathing the baby in an adult tub, you can add about a cupful of household bleach to the bathtub. Stir it in like that. Just stir it into the bath water, making it uniformly distributed throughout the water. And then you can bathe the baby in that bath water solution with the sodium hypochlorite, and that'll soothe the baby's skin. Why does sodium hypochlorite work? Well, there are several hypotheses, one of which is that it curbs the colonization of the skin with Staphylococcus aureus that I've mentioned earlier. And there are probably other mechanisms through which sodium hypochlorite works to soothe the baby. Oatmeal is also another soothing element, and you can use both of these in very severe cases of eczema. But generally speaking, you'd be much better off using lukewarm water to bathe the baby. And as far as secretions, bowel movements, urine on the diaper area, you can always clean those with lukewarm water and get away with it without any problem. And if things are still pretty sticky, you may use a gentle soap over the diaper area, specifically the buttocks area, to wash off any residual bowel movements so that they don't form an irritating residue on that area and your baby is not further irritated. Your baby's sensitive skin is not further irritated by bowel movements. Now, taking the baby out of the bathtub, don't leave the baby in the bathtub for too long. A few minutes are perfectly fine. You can go up to 20 minutes if you really want to get that water into the skin, which remember that the condition is characterized by dry skin. So there's a difficulty for the skin to retain water and to retain its integrity. Now, take the baby out of the bathtub, pat your baby's skin dry with a soft towel, patting the skin semi-dry, leaving a little bit of water film or a little thin water residue on the skin, and then it's time to moisturize. Now, moisturization is very important. A lot of people resort to using all sorts of different baby products that are labeled baby products, but can be pretty irritating to the skin if you don't pay attention to the ingredients in those products. Some baby products contain fragrance. God forbid, you don't want that on your baby's skin. And some other baby skincare products contain other ingredients that do not belong on the skin, like essential oils or fragrance or preservatives or other ingredients that are possibly irritating to the skin and don't support the skin barrier. So you want to keep it to a minimum. You want to go with products like petroleum jelly. White petroleum jelly by itself is a wonderful occlusive moisturizer. You can use it on any area of the skin and apply a very thin layer, a very small amount, and massage it out to cover the entire skin and protect that skin barrier that way. You can, by the way, moisturize the skin as often as the skin tells you that it's irritated. Anytime it's dry, anytime the baby is fussy and it's not time to apply a medication yet, and we'll get to that in a moment, you can always use an occlusive moisturizer on the skin and get that soothing effect for the baby. You can also use our shea butter balm, known as Butter Oasis Moisturizing Balm, and this is the product right here. And this product is made with shea butter, cocoa butter, and argan oil. It's a wonderful product that I've actually engineered myself. Those are the only ingredients in this product. And this product is a moisturizing all-purpose balm that you can just apply all over the skin. You can basically take a very small amount and massage it into the area of the skin that's affected, and just massage it in very gently, spread it out as thinly as you can, and end up with a very subtle shine on the skin, just like that, and voila, you're done. That's all you need to do, and that is all your baby needs. Anytime an area of the skin is sensitive or dry, you can always use petroleum jelly or our product for a vegan, gentle alternative to petroleum jelly. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but the modern day home is exceptionally dry. It's either air conditioned 24/7 or it's heated in the wintertime in the Northeast or the Midwest of the United States or the Northwest of the United States. And that can make for a very dry environment for the baby. That means that the baby's skin that's already compromised is losing moisture to the room air. And at nighttime, you're not going to be up to moisturize the baby's skin every so often. So it's a nice addition to consider to add a humidifier to the baby's bedroom, or it may be in your own bedroom if the baby is sleeping in your bedroom. Add a humidifier to sprinkle that mist, that humidity into the room air so that the skin holds on to more moisture throughout the night, and that helps support the skin throughout the night as the baby is trying to sleep and you're trying to sleep as well, and you may get some more peace of mind that way. Now, medications for eczema are plenty nowadays. There are plenty of different options for eczema treatment. The first line treatment remains topical steroids. For the majority of babies, they're extremely effective. You just need to know how to use them, and that's where you need to see the dermatologist and get exact and explicit instructions as for how to apply those medications. Find out what medication is right for your baby's skin and your baby's eczema. And every case is different. Every individual is different, so they may need different medications for different areas of the body. They may need different medications for different thicknesses of eczema. It really depends. So you need to work it out with your dermatologist, come up with the exact instructions as for how to apply those medications, and apply a very small amount of the medication over the trouble areas with confidence and get the relief that your baby needs. Now I know you must be thinking, this is crazy. I'm not going to clean my baby with soap. I'm not going to scrub my baby clean. And the answer is that the baby is not dirty. There's nothing dirty about the baby's skin, categorically speaking. You don't need to scrub the baby clean. Remember that maintaining the skin barrier should be your primary focus, and any extra cleansing is actually going to disrupt that skin barrier. So keep the bathing to a minimum. Moisturize as needed with the right moisturizers. Don't go crazy with multiple products. Don't go adding a rotation of products to the baby's skin. Just remain steadfast and use a single moisturizer every time and confidently to get that relief that your baby's skin needs. Now remember, pay attention to the products you use on your baby's skin. Baby skincare products are plenty, and the vast majority of them are useless or even harmful. So use the bare minimum of baby skincare products on your baby's skin. Your baby's condition is not a deficiency or a lack of skincare products. It is a skin barrier issue. And the less skincare products you use on the skin, the better off you're gonna be. Just use the right products to strengthen and solidify and reinforce the skin barrier, like the moisturizers that I spoke of. And do not use any skincare products that are going to compromise and undermine your work with the baby and make your baby's skin far more sensitive and irritated and irritate your baby, get the baby all worked up into a fuss, and ruin your day as well. As far as diaper changes are concerned, I've spoken about that in a previous video. Remember to handle diaper changes with the utmost care and gentility. Don't go scrubbing the baby silly. Clean the baby very gently with lukewarm water. Stay away from baby wipes if you can, because those are most often containing ingredients like preservatives or fragrance and other nonsensical ingredients that could potentially irritate the skin and open up the situation for more trouble for you. So the bottom line is atopic dermatitis or eczema is a multifactorial condition that does have a pretty strong genetic component to it, but clearly has other environmental factors feeding into the equation. So you want to be mindful of that and do your utmost to, first of all, not compromise the skin barrier by excessive cleansing that is completely redundant and unnecessary. You want to be very gentle to the baby's skin. Moisturize the baby's skin to supplement for that deficient skin barrier, helping the skin barrier, reinforcing the skin barrier. And you can do this as often as you need to, as often as your baby's skin tells you that it needs to be moisturized. You're good to go. You're going to moisturize it, and the baby is going to be much happier. Your baby is going to thank you. Then use medications as directed by your board-certified dermatologist so you can use them confidently with the right expectations in mind, with the right time frames in mind, to know when you should be getting that relief for your baby, and to know when it's time to go back and visit the dermatologist for another evaluation. Also, don't forget to add that humidifier into the bedroom so you can mistify or humidify the room ambience or the room air so that the baby does not lose as much moisture to the room air at nighttime. And very importantly, don't go following every new trend or meme out there on social media with people telling you this is the best, this is the cat's meow, this is the bee's knees for eczema. Eczema treatment needs to be extremely simple and very principled. You need to stay strong, you need to stay steadfast. People are going to be in your ear, they're going to tell you, hey, I found this new skincare product for my baby. It's the bomb. You got to try it. It's going to clear everything up. For the most part, most new fads out there for eczema actually fall short of their promise and fail to deliver. So you need to be very strong, very mindful of the principles of atopic dermatitis, of the primary issue, which is a skin barrier condition that needs every bit of help from you, not to further compromise the skin barrier, reinforce the skin barrier with moisturization and with the humidifier from the outside, not do anything crazy or abrasive on the baby's skin, treat with medications as directed, and help your baby sail to safe shores. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to share and like this video. For more information about baby skincare and other elements of skincare in the most cost-effective way possible. Pick up my book, Sick Skin, Skincare Made Simple, on Amazon.com, now available in audio. Thanks for watching. God bless.